All right, can you guys hear me? Let me know in the live chat if the audio is coming through. Well, we had a shocking turn of developments shortly before getting on camera. I could not believe it. I was in the middle of eating dinner, and we had word that missiles are in the air. Iran launching a shocking surprise attack. Shouldn't, I guess, surprise anybody because this is what they've been doing now ever since we stopped bombing them late last week. When the bombing stopped, we have missiles in the air headed towards U.S. troops, targeting U.S. troops in Jordan, which of course is where we lost 3 American heroes just about a little more than a week ago. So this is a very rapidly developing situation. This is happening live in real time. We're going to give everyone an opportunity to roll in here. If you're already here, make sure you like the video. That's the best thing we can do. We got 1,500 people already watching, 1,500 people here right at the start. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you're subscribed to the page. Let's see a lot of prayers and American flags in the live chat so that the people know, the people over there on the front lines know we've got their back and we support them and we're not going anywhere. I will be watching. We will have live updates as they are coming in. You guys know the deal. All super chats get answered. So make sure to come with your best questions and we will answer all of those for sure. So let me know where you're watching from tonight. Let's see those prayers. Let's see those American flags. And this is literally happening in real time. We've already got a new member join the channel. Thank you, Bobby Storm Spotter. Membership is in the description box, linked right there. If you can't join the membership, it just helps keeps the lights on around here, pays the bills for doing this. And just make sure you subscribe to the page, which of course is totally free. So I'm going to put a poll up right now just to make sure that we've got everything set. So let me know. We got a lot of people here, a lot of people watching, already up to 3,000 people. Make sure that you get active in the chat. So we got Madison, Wisconsin. We got Wisconsin. Well, Wisconsin's dealing with some serious riots and protests right now. So stay safe. Hate to see what's happening in my home state with these idiots blocking cars, and just terrible situation unfolding in Wisconsin. So the audio is good. We got South Carolina in the house. I'll be in South Carolina in the not so distant future. All righty. We got another new member, Gail Beam. Thank you very much, Gail. And we've got our first super chat of the night. We're going to give everyone about another minute to roll in. Are we still planning on going boots on the ground inside Iran? If so, where are we making plans to invade? I'm from Wichita, Kansas. I believe, so this is actually what the initial video was going to be about tonight, about how we are being lied to, not by the Trump administration, but mostly by the media, that the fighting is now over for good. That is not what I think is happening. I think that the decision has been made internally that we've softened up the coastline enough. So now what we need to do is group up, and we're going to go take those islands and ultimately take Pickaxe Mountain. That is what I think we are waiting for. So I do think we will see boots on the ground, not in very large numbers. You're going to see them at Keshem Island, Karg Island, areas like that. We're going to take those islands. We're going to hold them, and then ultimately we will make a run for Pickaxe Mountain. So yes, I do believe that we will see boots on the ground win. We could be weeks away. We could be months away. It's definitely not going to happen by this weekend, but it is, in my opinion, going to happen. We got a super sticker from Remus733. Thank you very much. All right, let's roll into it. So let's roll into it. I'm going to put this up on the screen for you right away. Let me get this up on the screen. So right there, what you see here is the launch of Iranian ballistic missiles. About 20 minutes ago, in what can only be described as a sneak attack, while negotiations are ongoing, and it seems like communications have now continued, out of nowhere, multiple waves of Iranian ballistic missiles raining down on U.S. troop positions. There has been CENTCOM saying many interceptions, possibly all of them. Some evidence indicates there could have been a direct hit, though. So you can see the missiles in the air right here. And here they come. You can see them, those tails of the missiles as they come in. You've got the missile right there. As they're going up. And then right here, more tails of the missiles as the war continues. The war is back on. This right here is footage out of Jordan. So I'm going to mute that so you don't have to listen to that kid scream, or a kid, however old he is. So you can see the flashes right there. That's at least one clean interception of an Iranian ballistic missile at this hour, which is targeting U.S. troops in the region. My AC is still not fixed, so if you see me sweating, they're still ordering parts for it. If you see me sweating, that is why. Give me a little bit of grace here. All right, we have right here, we have more footage coming in, so stick tight with me. Stick tight with me. I'm attempting to get the footage as quickly as we possibly can, so stay tight. We have more missile footage. All right, we have more missile footage. This is coming from Koman or Kormabad. As of right now, this moment, U.S. strikes have not started, but we know for sure that they are underway from the Iranian side. And then right here, we have a smoke column coming up from the base where the U.S. is, and it appears to show likely debris, as they are saying there were no direct impacts. So we are watching in real time as this is happening. And then right here, another look at the missiles, the tail of the missile coming in. And then we might right here, hold on, I got to pull this off. I see all the super chats coming in. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to get to them. I have to, we had an audio issue there. So stay tight. Stay tight with me here. We're going to get this up on the screen for you. This is more footage reportedly showing interceptors. I'm going to go right to the start. You're going to see flashes. Those are interceptors right there. More interceptions of the missiles are underway. So we have video footage showing, and this right here is believed to be where the missile launch originated from. So this is shocking, developing news in real time. This is not, I did not expect this to happen. I had a completely different topic planned for tonight, but you got to go where the news takes you, and seemingly out of nowhere, the war is back on, and the United States has no choice but to retaliate. So I'm going to do a new poll. Hang tight. Should the USA retaliate immediately? We have a new poll there for you. I'm looking for updates as they're coming in. So stay with me. We are watching this in real time. All right, we have more interception footage right here. These are Patriot batteries going up and striking Iranian ballistic missiles, coming down on U.S. locations. So multiple interceptors have been launched at this time, as well as multiple missiles. And then right here, another look at the airstreams or the smoke tails of the missiles. So for those of you who are joining us a little late, Iran has launched a surprise attack, a sneak attack on U.S. troops in Jordan at this time. And we are watching in real time as the attacks are unfolding. As of me doing this, as of me filming this right now, we do not know if the U.S. retaliation is underway or not. But we are watching closely. All right, we have explosions in Iraq. Breaking news minutes ago, we have explosions in Iraq. We do not know what the explosions are. It is in Basra, likely Iranian-backed proxy groups getting in on the fight. And right here, the skies of Iran are clear, minus one plane airbound in from Turkey. And when they clear their skies, it means they expect major escalation. So the skies of Iran are clear at this time. All right, I see the super chats stacking up. Right now in the poll, 95% of you want an immediate response from the United States. I agree. We absolutely cannot wait. We have to go fast. We have to go in as quickly as we can. And that is what we are waiting for. I'm looking at information as it is coming in at this hour. So stick with me here. I'm going to hit these super chats shortly. We are looking. All right, let's bang out some of these super chats. We got Lyle Peterson for $10. It will be costly, but we can't handle this like Korea, Vietnam, or Afghanistan. Take these bastards over, occupy, and make them behave. Well, I agree. We cannot handle it like that. We need to win. We need to win fast. We need to hit hard. We need to go and do this once and for all. We need to go in and knock them out. And I think that we are going to see, and this is actually a great segue of what I was going to talk about originally, the pause in fighting that the media is telling you. What do I always say? Don't listen to anything you hear on TV. 99.99% of it is complete BS. People on TV, they don't have good sources. They have no idea what they're talking about. They're reading talking points from whatever side they want you to agree with. The people in the know believe, and this is coming from people way smarter than me, the pause in fighting is to set the conditions for a massive escalation that could be the ground operation as well as the taking of Pickaxe Mountain and the islands. So we are not going to treat this like Korea, Vietnam, or Afghanistan. This is far from over. The pause is not the U.S. ending it. It is the U.S. looking at the strategic picture and now moving some chess pieces around to decide what we do next. We cannot leave the IRGC in control. We know that. That cannot be allowed, and it will not be allowed. So thank you very much for the super chat. We got Kevin Stankwitz. I believe I pronounced that correctly. Kevin, big fan of the show. Israel should provide arms, intel, on-the-ground advisors, and close air support to Kurdish Alliance Rebellion in Western Iran to end the IRGC there. Very good point. There have been, and let me see if I can find it. If I can find the video, there have been some uprisings in Iran of armed people who are mobilizing and taking up their positions. I don't know where the video is now, but there have been some people in Iran that are starting to rise up and have armed themselves. And there were massive protests in Iran yesterday in Esfahan when they executed 3 innocent civilians for protesting against the government. They publicly executed them in front of the entire country. So the people have had enough. They are rising up again, but we got to get arms into their hands. They need to be able to fight for a foothold in Iran and thus make sure that we can push in and hold out. I agree with you. They can act as the ground force, and the Kurds would be more than happy to do it. Hold on, I got something in my cup. All right, if you haven't already liked the video, please make sure you do, and make sure you're subscribed to the page, as well as if you're interested in the membership program. Nathan for $10. Is the U.S. not striking lately because they want to get shot at first so they can get more support from Congress, like what happened today? I think they are mobilizing. We are flooding the region with more aircraft, more refueling tankers, more air defense systems, more weapons, more offensive capabilities. You don't do that if the fighting is over. You do that when the fighting is about to get ramped way up. So I think we're buying time to get all those assets in place, and then we are going to see massive strikes like in the beginning of the war, because it is clear to anyone paying attention that Iran has no interest whatsoever of negotiating in good faith. All Iran cares about is cheating, lying, stealing. So we are watching at this time as more information continues to come in. Great super chat. But no, I think we're waiting. We're buying time to get more people in, more air defenses in, and make sure that when this cranks back off, that we are going to be able to we're ready to rock and roll. We got Douglas Day. Oil prices will need to drop to $75 for a few days before the U.S. attacks again. Quite frankly, we need to stop worrying about what the stock market is doing in the short term. We need to stop worrying about oil prices. We need to explain to people there is going to be some short-term economic pain. And that is the reality of the war. In World War II, there was rationing, but people understood, and they were willing to sacrifice quite a bit back then. But people understood, hey, this is a must win. So we're willing to sacrifice for the must win. And that is what they are doing right now. And I'm sick and tired about hearing about oil prices, the market. Buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy couple months, and then the world will be much better off for it. Much, much better off for it. Great super chat, Douglas Day. We got one, Matt Butch. It takes time to get ethnic forces such as Kurds formed, equipped, and trained to move in on the IRGC. That is correct. Fortunately, the Kurds have been fighting for a long, long time, whether it be Iraq, Syria. They've got experience. I mean, the Kurds in Syria during the days of ISIS were over there just kicking ISIS's teeth and just dominating. The Kurds love to fight. They love to fight. They are good at fighting, and they should continue. So I think that it's all about buying a little bit of time now to get your people into position. Also, guys, if you have any information and tips that you want me to know, and you guys have been amazing at this, you guys have been excellent at this, you can reach out to me on Instagram, David_Hookstead, or XDHookstead, with any information you have. My DMs are wide open. Occasionally messages end up in spam, but most of the time not. As longtime viewers of the show will tell you, I respond all the time. I'm very interactive with the audience because you guys are a much more important part of this than I am. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even be able to do this. So give me a follow on both sites. And if you have any information or you just want to say hello and connect, feel free to reach out for sure. All right, we got Tyler Falgoot for $5. Broadcasting our potential interceptor shortage isn't a very smart move. The media should be airing how determined our military is on disarming Iran. Well, you have to understand, and this goes back to what I said about people on TV, because it's always the worst on TV. It's always the worst on TV. These people, not only do they not know anything, they don't know anything whatsoever. They also are only interested in ratings. And if something they say drives up the ratings, they'll say it, whether it's true or not. Now, there's some good examples out there of news anchors who are fairly truthful, but most of them take with a grain of salt. And I said right away when those reports, for those of you who were watching the previous videos from a couple days ago, I said right away to be very careful believing anything about the interceptor shortage. Have we used a lot of interceptors? Yes. But we've got stockpiles on stockpiles on top of stockpiles. We've got secret stockpiles that aren't even in the documents that Congress can see. Our military is always loaded to fight two wars at one time and has been post-World War II. Now, having said that, what we should do and what we need to do is ramp up manufacturing. That's the one thing that we can do better at. We need to be able to produce arms much faster and do it at a rate that keeps up with any and all threats around the country, around the world, directed at the country. So we are looking. Great super chat. Don't trust the mainstream media. We're going to do a poll right now. We're going to do a poll right now. We're going to make it a fun one. Do you trust the mainstream media? All right. A U.S. and UAE force should seize all the Strait of Hormuz islands, Keshem, Larak, Hormuz, while proving, I think you meant providing, the Bullock rebels arms, intel, and air support to take out the IRGC missile and drone launchers to reopen. Yeah, well, listen, you know, all the Gulf countries should step up and get in the fight. All the Gulf countries. Israel should have troops on the front lines. I pitched this in a live last week. I don't understand why the perfect compromise is we take care of all the air power. We'll take care of Pickaxe Mountain. The Israelis send 100,000 troops. They're the first wave of people in. They're the first, because this helps them more than anyone else. They commit 100,000 ground troops. The UAE, the Saudis, the Kuwaitis, Bahrain cannot do it for political reasons, to be quite honest with you, nor would you want their military because it ain't very good. That's what we should do. We need a coalition of the willing. We need a coalition to go in and break the back of the Iranian regime. That is what we need. That is what we need. That is what needs to happen. That is what should happen. And frankly, I cannot believe, all right, guys, hold on. I cannot believe it has not already happened, but it is what must happen. And I think the Israelis should volunteer to send 100, 150,000. They're going to be the first wave. And then if we need to go in after that, we will. But at that point, the Iranians will hopefully have been beaten back, used up a lot of their arms, and it'll make our job way, way easier. The Israelis should go first. We'll help them get their troops over there. They can be the ground force with the Kurds and the Saudis and the Kuwaitis. These are the countries that are there, and they should do the heavy lifting. Hell, al-Shara in Syria, he can send some people over because he hates the Iranians. It's like the one redeeming quality about him. All right, I'm going to get through the rest of your super chats here, but right here we have a developing situation. I'm going to put this on the screen. At this moment, it appears a secretive airplane has popped on radar heading from the bunker region of Mashhad, appearing to head to Tehran. It has no call sign, no information. We do not know where it came from or where it is going, but a plane has appeared out of nowhere and appears bound for the Tehran region. So this is always what happens. They bomb, and then people start fleeing. They start making a run for the bunkers. And that could be what is going on right now. So at this moment, in real time, we have a developing situation of this plane. We do not know where it is going, who is on it, what is on it, and it popped up on radar just moments ago, appearing to make a run for some other region of the country. So we will continue to monitor this plane. I got to fix my chair here. Give me a second. I always sit on my foot by accident and then got to fix it. Back's getting a little tight. I think you can start seeing me sweat already. It is so hot in this room. It's about 90 degrees in here. But you know what? If our boys over there can keep fighting, then I certainly can deal with the heat to be here with you guys. All right. We got West Downer back to the Stone Age. They just launched a surprise attack while negotiations are supposed to be going on. And that, quite frankly, is more than enough justification to bomb them. Still trying to fix my chair, sorry. To bomb them and bomb them some more. There's no reason. The gloves need to come off. You attack U.S. troops, you pay the consequences for attacking U.S. troops. And in this case, that means you're going to get knocked the F out. So yes, hit everything. Hit the bridges. Hit the power plants. Hit any military target. If the military uses the bridge to get supplies into the coast region by Hormuz, take it out. If the power plant supplies power to a military base that is launching missiles, take it out. The time for negotiations has come and gone. We got Mark Farmer. I think China is telling Iran to keep attacking. It's gone. The plane is gone. It's flipped off its radar. It's flipped off its transponder. The plane is gone. We just saw that happen in real time here. Wow. Okay. So the plane is gone. We do not know again who is on it or what is coming next. So you guys are seeing this in real time. We were tracking a mysterious plane carrying unknown individuals in Iran, fleeing the bunker region in the east, bound for what appeared to be Tehran, and it is now gone. It is now gone. Okay, so what was supposed to be what I thought would be a pretty cool normal night, we've now got mystery planes back in the air. We've got missiles flying, bombs falling. As of me filming this, or as of me starting the stream, we do not have any indications that U.S. reciprocal strikes, retaliatory strikes are underway. But we are now watching. All right, so I'm going to pull this off the screen then. So we got Mark Farmer in for $10. I think China is telling Iran to keep attacking, so we keep using up our interceptors. Then China will attack Taiwan. Well, China is certainly watching this, but the one thing you got to keep in mind, China's in a tough position. China relies on the bulk of its imported oil from Iran. So China needs oil, a lot of it, to fight a war, right? To get Taiwan, push out to the island chains. They need an incredible amount of oil. They're not getting that oil right now because of the war in Iran. At the same time, China is over the moon happy that the U.S. is focused on that and not focused on China invading Taiwan. The U.S. is focused on Russia, Ukraine, and then an active hot war with Iran. So China's balancing the two of, yeah, we're not getting the oil we need, but the U.S. military is now focused over here on Iran, and we're learning their tactics. We are, they're sending them weapons to see how their weapons hold up against the U.S. It's believed it was a Chinese shoulder-fired missile that hit our F-15 back in April and took the F-15 down. So China is learning, they're studying, they are giving Iran satellite targeting data. That is how they killed our troops. China is the reason our troops are dead, because they gave them the targeting coordinates to take our troops out. So China is not an innocent bystander in this. But like I said, while we have used a lot of interceptors, certainly the THAAD and the Patriot, we still have immense capabilities and a lot of stockpiles that members of the government don't even know about. And the reason we do that is we never want to tell the enemy what we fully have. And think about it this way. If Iran thinks that we're running low on interceptors, there's an advantage for us in that. In the sense that if they launch fewer missiles than they would think they need because the interceptors they believe are gone, well, that makes it easier to intercept with what we have on the ground. It's a lot of strategic thinking. So I personally, while I know we are low on interceptors, and when I say low, I just mean we've used a bunch, and I don't know how quickly they're going to be rebuilt. I think we make 50 Patriots, 50 to 70 a month. We make about 8 to 12 THAADs. THAADs are the ones that go way up into the atmosphere and blow them up in the atmosphere. I'm not that worried about it. Also, so thank you very much for the $10. If China attacks Taiwan, whatever assets we have in the region will rain down hell on them, and I'll be live streaming every minute of the day. And China will attack Taiwan eventually, probably between 2027 and 2032. That will happen, and we should get prepared for it. Also, I got this USA shirt. I bought this on Amazon. It was like $10. It's awesome. I know it's backwards on the screen, I think. But yeah, I got this USA shirt. pretty nifty. And guys, a lot of you have been asking about merch. We are going to have merch, and I'm going to actually write this in the chat because you guys have been asking about it a lot. All right, so we're probably going to have merch starting in middle to late August is my understanding of the plan. So let me know what you guys want, what you guys think would be good. All right, we got Lee or Leah Hume. No message, just wanted to contribute $5. Thank you very much. Every dollar comes back into the show. Keeps the lights on, make sure that we keep doing the job we're doing here. So thank you very much. Agenda Free TV on YouTube reported the missiles from Iran have already been intercepted. CENTCOM, I will put this on the screen. CENTCOM has announced that we believe we have intercepted, but it does appear some level of damage, possibly from falling debris, has also been done. So at 5:45 p.m. Eastern today, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps forces launched multiple ballistic missiles from Iran in an attempted surprise attack on U.S. forces based in the Middle East. All Iranian missiles were successfully intercepted. However, we have videos of damage. We have the videos and photos of damage on the ground. I showed them to you. That could have been from debris, missile chunks. We don't really know, but something blew up. We do know that. And hopefully it was just debris and it hit an area where there wasn't anyone. That would be the best case scenario. We got Stephen Beck for $10. End it. We are going to end it, and we are going to win. Lady Luke's for $10. If our military children can sacrifice over there, I can sacrifice here. 100%. 100%. You know, when the war started, I was talking to someone much wiser than me, someone I respect a lot, look up to a lot. And he told me, he's like, I'm sick and tired of hearing the complaining about the gas prices. I'm sick and tired of it. We're in a war. We are in a war. And when you are in a war, you fight the war to win the war. And if that means the public has to sacrifice a little bit too, that's what you got to do. Unfortunately, here in America, we've gotten used to having it so good and so easy where nothing is ever asked of the population. We just send our men and women over there to fight, and that's that. And that's frankly not reality. So quite honestly, we need to understand that gas prices might go up. The stock market might come down a little bit. And that is the nature of the beast. And the sooner we win the war, the sooner everything goes back to normal and the world is a better place for it. So pray for our boys. Pray for all the men and women. Pray for everyone over there fighting and continuing to fight. All right. Is there someone causing problems in the chat? If there is, you just let me know. I don't know how many moderators we got on right now. I'm looking to see what we got. All right. Got some more super chats coming in. So there, the CENTCOM is saying they got all the missiles, but we do know there's been some level of damage. So we got Luke's on MC. Thank God. Please, can more people get it? This is must win. And the pathetic, weak, and complacent half of our population needs to shut the hell up about gas prices. I pray to God Trump decides to just end it. I'm glad. You know what? We're going to do a new poll right now. That's well said. And 95% of you voted in the last poll that you don't trust the mainstream media. I love that. I love that. You are correct. I'm doing a new poll. Are you willing to sacrifice a little to win this war? Are you willing to sacrifice a little to win this war? 92% of you, that should be 100%. That should be 100%. I'm willing to pay higher gas prices. I'll be honest with you. I'm willing to pay a little more at the grocery store. I'm willing to pay whatever it takes to win this war, bring our boys home, and eliminate the IRGC. So yes, it is pathetic and weak, all the complaining that is going on. Thanks for the amazing reporting as always. Prayers. This is David Webb, big fan of the show. Great supporter of the show. Thanks for the amazing reporting as always. Prayers for our troops on what is next. We need moderators for chat. Bad people there. Are the moderators not in? We should have some moderators that are in. Let me check. If we don't have anyone moderating right now, we put together a moderation team. Maybe they are all out. If someone wants to step up, let me check. If someone wants to step up and moderate, let me know. Is Slugworth a moderator? Slugworth 8111. I think he's a moderator. He should be. I believe he is. That can help clean some of this up. But if someone wants to help, let me know and we can do it. I mean, David, do you want it moderator powers? Just let me know. Okay, hang tight. So we do have some moderators that are in. If we need some more, just let me know. So right now, 91% of you are saying that you are willing to sacrifice. All right. We just added Ward Anderson. Ward Anderson, you've been added as a moderator. And I know you're in the chat right now. So let me know. I'm looking for updates as they're rolling in. So we got Ward Anderson. Let me know if we need to clean it up. All right. We got Slugworth. Yeah, I was just talking about you. I've heard recently the U.S. is running low on ammunitions. Taking this into account, if it's true, but what is your option on what happens when China invades Taiwan? Thanks for the stream and God bless. Guys, we have plenty of ammunition. Interceptors and ammunition. When it comes to offensive capabilities, we have more than enough bombs to fight 2 wars at one time. That is the Pentagon's doctrine. We have enough munitions to fight 2 wars at one time and 1 regional small conflict at the same time. So 2.5 wars. We have used a lot of interceptors. We need to build them faster. There is no question about that. There is no question about that we need to build the interceptors faster. However, trust me when I say we have warehouses in places all over the world, not just here in the U.S. We have warehouses all over the world loaded with ammunition, ready to go. Ready to go. So please do not lose sleep. Please do not lose sleep over the idea that we are running out of bullets and bombs. We are absolutely not running out of bullets and bombs at all. All right, I just added another moderator, Blue Collar Biker. I saw your chat. So we should have 2. Clark's back. So we've got a couple moderators in now. So let the moderators know who's causing problems. And as I always tell the moderator team, these are the rules. People can disagree with me all they want. They can call me stupid. They can think I'm terrible at what I do. That's fine. Free speech. I'm all for it. Doesn't matter to me. Here's what people are not going to do if they want to stick around in the chat. What they're not going to do is threaten me. And we've already contacted federal law enforcement about threats. We know the Iranians are watching from inside Iran. I can't get into how we know that, but we know that. So if you see a threat, screenshot it, number one, and then DM it to me on Instagram or Twitter, and then we'll get rid of it. Or spamming the chat with 100 messages of the same nonsense. That's not going to be tolerated. But anything else, we are a free speech platform. Free speech absolutist. But no threats and no spamming the chat to ruin it for everyone else. What do I think happens when China invades Taiwan? I think 100,000 Chinese soldiers will be dead in the first day because our submarines and our naval assets are going to sink every Chinese boat that gets in the strait. And we're going to shoot every plane down that tries to drop paratroopers in. The question is, can they overwhelm us in sheer numbers? The casualty estimates from the U.S. government, are that we could see in one day 100,000 dead Chinese soldiers. That is what the U.S. prepares for. So we will cause damage to the Chinese they did not even know was possible. All right, guys, as of me filming this, again, we do not have a U.S. response yet at this time, but you can guarantee one is coming. So stick with me here. All right, we've got airplanes inbound from China. We have airplanes inbound from China at this moment. I'm going to put this up on the screen for you. Let me get this up on the screen. And I know we got a lot of super chats. We might have to go up to $10 because the super chats are getting overwhelmed. But at this moment, we have a plane returning from China in essentially the IRGC affiliated Mahan Air, coming back from China at this moment, bound for Tehran. It's crazy that there's still runways anywhere in Iran to land on. Why have we not taken out all the runways? Take out the runways immediately. This is crazy to me. This is China using this stuff to get their equipment, advisors, and whatever else it might be into the country. Take the damn runways out. Blow them up. Don't let anyone land. It's that simple. It is truly that simple. And the fact we haven't done that yet, the fact there's any operational runways. All right, we have confirmation of hits in Iraq. We have confirmation of hits, Iranian militias. It appears Iranian militias have been hit inside of Iraq. We do not know who hit them. Planes, fighter jets are in the air. Iranian militias, the PMF, the Popular Mobilization Force, indicate early reports indicating they have been bombed. They have been bombed. Okay, so we're holding tight. So for those of you just joining us, make sure you like the video, but Iran launching a surprise ballistic missile attack on U.S. troops in Jordan. Early indications are all missiles were intercepted, but debris did land and cause some level of damage and explosions. Shortly thereafter, explosions ripping through the country of Iraq. Now we are led to believe early assessments are that Iranian-backed militias have been bombed. So there you go. We now have a trait of fire. It does not look like, we don't know who did it. We don't know if it was the U.S., could have been the Saudis, likely probably was the Saudis. So everyone just stick with me here. Hang tight as we await the latest updates coming in. All right, we are looking for updates. And remember, guys, you got to subscribe to the page as well. Subscribe and like the video. That is how we get the truth out there. That is how we beat the lame stream media, as I like to call it. The lame stream media. We defeat them by getting the truth out there. And the biggest help you guys can be on top of watching the video is liking the video and make sure you're subscribed to the page. All right, we got Kevin back. I'll pull this off the screen. I thought Saudi Arabia had a mutual defense treaty with Pakistan. So why is the Pakistani military not helping fight the IRGC in Iran to defend Saudi Arabia? They do. But Pakistan also has a very, very strange relationship with Iran. Very strange relationship with Iran. It's like we're friends, but we're not really going to be public about whether or not we're friends. And sometimes we might not be happy with each other, but we'll make up the next day. That's why Pakistan got involved in the negotiations Remember the Pakistanis were always involved. They weren't doing it for our gain. They were doing it to protect Iran. Where did Iran fly its fighter jets and its military aircraft before the war started to hide it, to save it from U.S. strikes? They flew it right to Pakistan. They flew it to Islamabad and other military sites around Pakistan. And Pakistan might come to Saudi Arabia's defense in the event of a war against Yemen, maybe Egypt, although that would never happen. That war wouldn't happen. Qatar, maybe they would come to their aid. They're not coming to their aid with Iran because it's too messy of a situation for them. So you got to remember, treaties in the Middle East aren't worth the paper they're signed on. And the memorandum of understanding collapsing as soon as it was signed because Iran wouldn't stop blowing up ships goes to show you that treaties in the Middle East mean nothing. They mean nothing at all. They're not worth the paper they're written on. The Pakistanis are not coming to Saudi Arabia's defense, but you know who will come to Saudi Arabia's defense because we're the best ally you can have? The United States of America. We will provide Saudi with the air defense they need. We will supply them with the aircraft they need. We will supply them with the intelligence they need. So the Saudis are going to be okay. They're going to be okay, but Pakistan ain't coming to their defense. We got Bobby Story for $10. Our commander-in-chief wants to make a deal so bad, he's getting played. The IRGC doesn't want a deal. See, we talked about this earlier in the show. I don't know if you missed it. I think Trump is actually this pause, I think is all smoke and mirrors. I think Trump has made the decision along with Dan Kane, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and Brad Cooper, the CENTCOM commander. I think the decision has been made that the only option left is major escalation, and the pause is simply to build up assets in the region before we really take the gloves off and hit these guys in a way they have never been hit before. That is, I believe that is likely what is happening. So there you go. Let me know, is the chat been cleaned up a little bit since the moderators hopped in? Let me know if the chat's getting a little better. These negotiations aren't real. Let me be crystal clear about that. These negotiations aren't real. This is a deception campaign. And Netanyahu was at the White House today, meeting with Trump. Zelensky was at the White House. Zelensky just did us a huge favor. I know people have opinions all over the place on Ukraine. But you know what? Credit where credit is due. The Ukrainians went out and blew up an Iranian ship shipping weapons to Russia. We didn't even ask them to. They just did it because they didn't want the weapons to get to Russia. And they blew that ship up. So this is a pause for logistics. That is what this is. It is a pause to get all of our stuff there. And then right there, we are going to take the gloves off and knock them out. So thank you, Ukraine. All other comments about Ukraine aside, thank you for blowing that ship up. You'll love to see it. You love to see it. All right. We got Douglas Day for $20. Thank you very much for the big super chat. DDG43, 8589, Data Systems Tech, DS3 Navy vet here. 6 times through the strait, clear the mines, start the escorts, reopen the strait. We need a unified force with Israel, UAE on the ground for the coast, and Pickaxe Mountain, go USA. So kind of the plan I pitched earlier. Israel has to commit troops. If there's a ground operation, Israel has to commit troops. They should not be allowed to not commit ground troops. They should be the first wave. The Israelis should be the first wave in. They have the most to gain, thus they should have the most skin in the game. And right now, they are not in the fighting. They are not. Now, there's a lot of theories for why that is, but they are not in the fighting. Israel needs to be there. The UAE needs to be there. Kuwait needs to be there. The Saudis need to be there. It can't just be us. It cannot just be the United States of America. That's not going to work. We need everybody involved. Everybody involved. So, yes, I like the plan. I like the plan a lot. And we will get Pickaxe Mountain. As Trump said, you tell the Iranians we're coming, and there's not a damn thing they can do about it. So I'm going to do a new poll now. 90% of you voted you are willing to sacrifice to win this war. That's how I feel. All right. All right. Should Israel, new poll, should Israel commit ground troops if necessary? All right. We've got an update here on the plane from China. Appeared to be pulling evasive maneuvers. All right. This is very odd. This is very odd. Look at the pattern of this plane. What altitude? It's only at 14,000 feet. Something strange is going on. The Chinese plane is now flying in a holding pattern over absolutely nothing. The Chinese plane has turned back off course from Tehran and is at this time flying in a holding pattern over, I believe that's Bala. Why? And now the movement has stopped. Okay, now it is taking off. Hold on. Now it is out of its holding pattern. It is banking. Appears to be northbound. It was in a holding pattern for a significant amount of time. And now it is northbound. I've never seen a plane hold in a pattern like that. Something very strange is going on right now. Something very strange. So 93% of you are voting that Israel should commit ground troops. I agree with you. They should absolutely commit ground troops. All right, while we watch this plane to see if it turns off, does that, maybe they think we're hitting an airport, or maybe they have reason to believe we are going to hit an airport. Okay. Hang tight. We might have new footage out of Iraq, out of strikes in Iraq. We are monitoring the plane. All right, we do. We do. So right here, this is the aftermath. You can hear explosions in the distance. You can see smoke and fire right there. So this is in Iraq, where Iranian militias appear to have been hit. Listen to the sound. Right there. Right there. Okay. So this situation, I'm looking for updates at this time. We are looking for the updates as they roll in. And it appears, all right, we've got refueling tankers. It appears we have refueling tankers are up. Our refueling tankers are up, which means U.S. jets could be bound for Iran at this hour. We don't know that for sure. We do not know what's being refueled, but refueling tankers appear to be in the air. So we will continue to monitor this rapidly developing situation. Alexander Carlson, $5. What's the ETA on the AC now, David? Last I heard it was 2 weeks. Thank you for the content. They had to order some parts. The parts we called and checked today. My wife called and checked today, and they're not in yet. So it's going to be at least a few more days. I'm actually not going to be here next week, which means she'll have to kind of run the operation to get it fixed or coordinate it. And on that note, you're going to see fewer videos of me next week. I will be going somewhere. Don't want to talk too much about it right now, but I am going somewhere. I'll probably get you guys a video a day, hopefully. You won't see the background. I'll talk about it when I get back, but I am going somewhere next week for several days, and we'll have limited access to the internet and or my computer and filming equipment. So hopefully by sometime next week, the AC will be fixed. All right, we got Kevin back. What if Mossad and Kurds seized IRGC drone and missile launchers, launched them at Turkish military bases, blame the IRGC to force Turkey into the war? Yeah, I like your creative thinking. I don't think that if Turkey found out that that's what happened, they'd be at war with Israel in a heartbeat, and they already hate the Kurds. They already hate the Kurds. We would not allow the Israelis and the Kurds to do that. Because then we would be allowing an attack on a NATO country by the Israelis, which means Article 5 would be invoked. I think you're probably joking a little bit. And then NATO would have to go fight Israel, which would be a war that would last probably 3.5 hours at most. So no, that would not, there would be no good ending to that story. But I like the creativity. We got Ted McCabe, $9.99. We cannot have another North Korea. We have to go all the way. 1,000%. 1,000%. All right. Do you guys want to see Dusty? It sounds like everyone's starting to ask for Dusty. Should we bring Dusty in? Is it time? I agree with you. We're not going to let him be North Korea. We are going to take them out. Okay. Hold on. The Chinese plane is turning back around. The Chinese plane is turning around and has yet again entered a holding pattern. Something very strange is underway. Something very strange is underway at this moment. So hang tight. Hang tight. Everyone, hold tight. Hold tight. Hold tight. I'm seeing if I can get Dusty in here as well. Where is it? Where is this plane going? Now it's southbound. So it went northbound after a holding pattern, another holding pattern, southbound, and is now northbound. We might have a seriously developing situation right now. This is very, very, very odd. Very odd. Okay. Now it is southbound again. This is currently the 5th most tracked plane in the world. Oh, Dusty just popped his head into the studio door. I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to go grab him. What do we always give Dusty when he comes on camera? Let's show Dusty some love. Oh, big yawn. Big yawn, Dusty. Do you want a treat? You want a treat? Oh, he doesn't want the treat. Dusty. Let's see some love for Dusty in the chat. He's got his American flag. My wife just walked out of the room, so he's focused on where she's going. He loves her a lot more than he loves me. Oh, he's going to get a different treat. Oh, yawn instead. I don't think he wants a treat. He doesn't want a treat. We got the American flag. Here, we'll put him square middle. What do you think? We got Dusty the dog. We got Dusty and David. All right, Dusty. What do you think, buddy? What do you think? You want to tell the audience anything? We're tracking a Chinese plane. He's yawning quite a bit. He's a very tired boy. All right, Dusty, do you want to go back out? You want to go on the couch? We're going to get you guys some Dusty merch. Oops. Oh, now he's under the table. Dusty. Oh, there you go. All right, guys, so that is your Dusty sighting of the night. He's a happy boy. All righty, so back to the Chinese plane. All right, now it is, again, it's just flying patterns. It's the number 2 track plane in the world right now. I wonder, something very strange is going on, folks. I wonder if something very, very odd, very strange. We are going to continue to monitor where this, look at all the holding patterns. It's flying like evasive maneuvers. They must think something is going on wherever they intended to go. And it is only at 9,000 feet. It is flying low. It is not flying high. It is not flying high. They could be secretly dropping stuff. They could be airdropping supplies, which is why they're flying. It's gone. The plane is gone. The plane is gone. They have flipped off their transponder after multiple evasive maneuvers. It is now gone. Unbelievable. Unbelievable situation. Alrighty, so it is gone. Let's do a fun poll. Let's do a poll. I'm cooking the poll up. All right, we just sent the poll in. We got a lot of super chats, guys. So like I said, we're probably going to do $10. If you already got it in at 5, I will obviously read it. If you already got it in. But I think we're going to have to kick it up to 10. I just don't want to miss anyone. All right, let me see where we were. We got Slugworth 8111. I'll mod for you, LOL. I'm pretty much here for every stream. I believe I already added you. So we're putting together a Delta Force caliber sniper mod team. They're going to come in here, and if you're causing problems, they're going to kick you out. So I believe I already got you in there. Let me make sure. I believe I did. But let me make sure. Let me make sure that's the case. Because I don't want to miss it. I'm checking. You should be a moderator. So moderators, and guys, if you see a moderator abusing their power and is doing stuff they should not be doing, definitely let me know. Definitely let me know, and we will reevaluate that. But so far, I think the moderation team has been great. We got AC Crown. This was in beforehand, so obviously we'll read it. We the people will sacrifice to save our freedom and world safety. USA, AC Crown. I'll cheers to that. Oops. I also got my nice little Wisconsin Badgers coaster. Also, guys, yes, we will sacrifice. It is the least we can do. We got boys over there in fighter jets. We got people getting hit by ballistic missiles, and they're still doing their job every single day. So I'm willing to sacrifice here in the homeland if our boys and our girls over there can get the job done. We're asking a lot of them. They're performing. We can make a sacrifice here as well. We got PDog02. The people vote no should go to Canada. That was during the poll about whether or not you were willing to sacrifice. We got I can mod if need. I think we're good for now. But if people hop off and we need someone, I thank you very much. DM me on Instagram. All right, we got YU American Wagyu standalone for $50. Thank you very much. Standalone room AC fund. Keep Dusty cool. We did get a little mobile one that helps Dusty stay cool at night. So at least we get to sleep in a little bit of AC. He's 14 years old. He's remarkably in good shape for how old he is. All right, hold on. The Chinese plane is back. So thank you very much for the huge super chat. I love how the AC, it sucks, guys. It sucks. I'm sweating. I'm wearing my USA shirt. I'm sweating, as you can see. It is what it is. It'll get fixed. We'll get through this. And again, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. We got guys over there fighting a war right now. I'm not going to complain. That would be crazy of me to do, given the fact of what we've got going on. Hold on. It appears the plane is now back. Okay, so again, it is now back in a holding pattern. It is flying in a triangular pattern. We honestly cannot tell what it is doing. This is beyond bizarre. This is beyond bizarre at this moment. I just don't get it. I just simply do not get it. All right, we have confirmation. Multiple people have been killed in Iraq in a massive airstrike against Iranian-backed militias, with Sheen reporting a number of them have been eliminated with ongoing explosions. So ongoing explosions at this moment. So we now know ongoing explosions, and we are hitting them hard. We are hitting them very, very, very hard. Or somebody is. I should say somebody is hitting them very hard. We do not know for sure who is. Could be the Saudis. Probably not the Israelis. Could also be us. So we are monitoring the situation. Stick with me here. For those of you who are just joining us, make sure to like the video. Make sure you are subscribed to the page. And we are looking in real time as this is ongoing. So stay with me. Hang tight. I'm getting some information in. I'm getting some information in. I'm looking at the information. And we are looking to see what is ongoing. So hang tight wherever you're watching from. I've been this is Wendell Herndon for $10. I've been doing my part. My only complaint is the ceasefire. We must finish this. You guys know I was incredibly critical of that ceasefire. I thought it was stupid from the moment we did it. A lot of viewers got very angry at me, and they're like, no, it's Trump's a genius. It'll all be fine. That was a mistake. Now we're making the right decisions. In this ceasefire, in my opinion, based off what I've been told and the information I've researched and heard, is this ceasefire is, well, it's obviously not real because they just launched ballistic missiles at our troops, right? So it's obviously not real. But my assessment is this is to buy time, to get logistics in there so that we go pedal to the metal and knock them out. Knock them out as fast as we can, as hard as we can, and make sure that they have no ability whatsoever to retaliate. None. So thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for not complaining. That's the American spirit that put men on the moon. Maybe you know, why would City Madison give protester blocks with zero resistance? Thank you for all. James Oliver for $10. That is referring to the protest in Madison, or I should say riots in Madison right now. A person who is armed with a knife was shot and killed by police during a struggle, and lunatics, absolute lunatics, are trying to take over the city. They're doing roadblocks, they're taking over city blocks, and the city is letting them do that. It's appalling. But the reason they're letting them do that is because Madison's leaders are idiots. They're weak idiots. If I was running the show, if I was in charge and we had people doing that, I'd have SWAT teams out there so fast that your head would spin. Law and order. We are a law and order country. And when you let criminals gain a foothold, it does not get better with time. If they come to where I live and they try to take over my community it ain't going to end well, brother. It ain't going to end well at all. Because this is the USA. We don't tolerate criminals. We don't tolerate this nonsense violence. We're not going to riot. We're not going to have disorder. We're going to follow the law. And here's some more free advice. If you pull a weapon on a police officer, if you pull a deadly weapon on a police officer, do not be surprised when you earn yourself a gunshot wound. In this case, a fatal one. I mean, use common sense. Don't pull weapons on cops. Don't punch cops. Don't try to fight cops. If you think you're being wrongly arrested, go to court, and then if you need to, sue them. But what you don't do is you don't grab a weapon and fight them. That will always end terrible for the bad guy. So Madison is a communist hellhole. Almad, I'm here all the time. I just don't say anything. P.S. Thank you for your hard work. Blue Collar Biker, $10. I think you're on the roster. You're on the sniper roster as well. I believe you are on the sniper roster as well. Whoa. Okay. We have identified some threats. We have identified some threats in the chat. Okay, very concerning. I've seen them now. On top of that, people are wishing death to Dusty. They're making comments about my wife. Well, we got the screenshots now. We've got the screenshots of the threats. And I would encourage whoever did that, you might want to go hire an attorney. You're going to need one. And not because I'm going to sue you. I don't sue people because I'm not a loser. You're going to need one for criminal court when the FBI comes knocking on your front door. Thank you very much to who sent me that. We got him. Boom. This was in before the $10 minimum. David Smith, it's all about China. China has dark factories making cell phones and cars with no human workers. This has a lot to do about China, but more so in the sense, I think, that we are trying to take China's oil away from them. We are trying to take China's oil away from them. We are trying to make sure that we are able to stop them from getting the oil they need to invade Taiwan. All right, you guys want to see a cool photo? So it is about China to a degree. But I don't know what the dark factories and the cell phones means, to be quite honest with you. It's about the oil. We don't want China to have access to Iranian oil. All right, you guys want to see the photo my wife took when Dusty came in here? That was the photo my wife took when Dusty came into the studio. Look at that. He's got the American flag. I got the American flag on my shirt. You can even see the camera set up. You can see the treats on the desk for him. Can you believe that dog's 14 years old? He certainly doesn't look 14 years old. Certainly doesn't look 14 years old. So yes, if you guys see more threats, please send them my way. Please send them my way. Don't worry. We're going to get everyone. We're going to get everyone. We're not tolerating Iranian threats. We're not tolerating threats against anybody. Especially if you wish death to my dog. That will get you kicked out of here faster than anything you've ever seen before. All right. We got Hunter Belts. I was willing to pay higher prices for the things that would help us. The tariffs, the repatriation of American jobs, the hemispherical dominance. Not this. This only long-term hurts us more. Hunter for $10. See, this is a great moment. This is what makes this channel great. Hunter disagrees with my view of the situation. I think this helps the world. Hunter says he thinks this hurts us long term. You don't see me yelling at Hunter. You don't see me calling Hunter an idiot. And Hunter made some great points there about dominating our hemisphere. This is our home. We live here. This is our hemisphere. We run it. So when we got to take out Maduro and when we take out Cuba, and that is coming, Cuba is absolutely going to go down. I'm all for that too. But we're not being disrespectful. I disagree with him. He disagrees with me. Was still awesome enough to get in on the show, get in on the action, engage with us all. That is the attitude more people need to have. So Hunter, even though I disagree with you, I appreciate the super chat. I appreciate you being a part of the show. I appreciate you watching. So thank you very much. We got Kevin back, also was in before the $10. What about building faster and cheaper interceptors like Ukraine-type mini drones, lasers, guns, and mini EMPs made by allies too, so they can help? We are doing contracts with Ukraine right now to get their anti-drone technology, to scale it up and build it. We need to be doing all of it. Lasers, the C-Rams, the C-Wiz, anti-drone technology, all of it. You know, Anduril, which is Palmer Lucky's company, is doing great work, developing great weapon systems. So yes, all of that. I support all of it. Build, 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 build. And have our allies in NATO build, 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 build. We need more weapons, not less weapons, more weapons. All right, hang tight. The Chinese flight has fully disappeared. The Chinese flight is completely gone. So there it is. It is gone. We do not know where it went. So I'm going to end the poll on the Chinese flight at this moment. 82% of you believe that it was dropping supplies. 82% of you believe it was dropping supplies. The plane is now gone. We got Colin, all the shots, $100. Thank you very much. Huge super chat. I'm a small business owner. The cost of fuel is my least worry. I want no nuclear Iran. I remember 1983 Beirut as a kid. It scared the hell out of me. Well, number one, thank you for the huge super chat. That is an awesome, awesome super chat. Number two, I agree with you. We cannot let a rogue terrorist regime have nukes. Can't let it happen. Cannot tolerate it. We need to do what must be done. They stormed our embassy and kidnapped our diplomats. They blew up the Marine barracks in Beirut, killing hundreds of American heroes. They killed thousands of U.S. troops, or killed and wounded thousands of U.S. troops in Iraq during the Iraq War with their roadside bombs. There is no reason whatsoever to tolerate this regime. They've killed our soldiers now, and that is what must be done. So thank you, number one, for the huge super chat. Thank you for being willing to sacrifice just like our boys are over there right now. Thank you very much. That is awesome to see. And I also love calling all the shots. Love the screen name. Love the screen name. All right, we got Gary Schreiber for $10. I don't think it is we are running low. It's the logistics of keeping up with the attrition rate we use. I don't know for sure, but it's my take on the situation. Well, I'll tell you who I do think actually is fundamentally running low, and that is the Israelis. Like my wife actually wrote a story about this during the tense days of the war early on, about how Israel, and I don't want to give away exact numbers because I'm not trying to blow anyone's security posture, but Israel was down to a terrifyingly low number of the most advanced air defense systems in Israel. We were required to cover their airspace for them. That is a fact. That is not up for debate. It is not up for discussion. That happened. It is a fact. We are not in that problem. We do not have that problem. We are not in that situation. We have the ability to pump out arms at a level that no other country, quite frankly, could dream of doing. And so, guys, like I've said before, and I will say again, don't panic over the interceptors reports. Everything is going to be okay. We are going to be able to get through this, and we are going to be just fine. We've used a lot, but I'm not panicking. If I'm panicking, I will get on camera, and I will tell you all that I am panicking. And then that will be a good sign for you guys to start panicking as well. But I'm not panicking. I'm keeping the faith. All right, we got $10. There doesn't need to be any airports anywhere in Iran. Who's going on vacation there right now? That is correct. Hit them. Hit them, hit them, hit them. Blow up the runways. Crater the runways. Crater the runways. It's crazy there's even any functional airports. Hold on, I'm getting information in on my phone. It is crazy to me. Oh, hold tight. Hold tight. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hang tight. Okay. I can't share that on air. Highly sensitive information has come in. I cannot, it's not about Iran. It is about a different military operation that I cannot share on air at this moment. Are we not allowed to shoot $10 from loving my 8 kids? You have 8 kids? Wow, good for you. That's awesome. You're doing your part to keep the American dream alive. Are we not allowed to shoot down those Iranian inbound Chinese planes? We're not going to risk it because they're going to put civilians on these planes. They're essentially disguised as civilian airliners, and they're loading the cargo holds with the weapons and things of that nature. So they want us to shoot these planes down so that they then can run back and paint us as the bad guys. They would love nothing more than to see these planes get shot down. So we should not do that. What we should do is follow them and figure out where they're going and then track the munitions and then blow them up. All right, big news. We can now confirm Saudi and U.S. forces have carried out the strikes in Iraq, taking out IRGC affiliated forces. That is right. Saudi Arabia and the United States has hit them hard in Iraq. This is aftermath. You can see the burning. So right there, you can see the fire right there. So the Saudis have teamed up with the United States of America, and we have hit them hard in Iraq. So there you go. It appears some level of U.S. retaliation is underway. Okay, so it is on. We're looking for more updates as they're rolling in, so we can now confirm U.S. forces and Saudi forces have hit hard in Iraq against Iranian-backed forces, IRGC-backed forces. We are hearing multiple fatalities, multiple people killed. Also, did you guys see this? I'm going to put this up on the screen. This was last night in Iran. They executed multiple innocent civilians. Multiple innocent civilians were executed, and the people were starting to take to the streets. There were reports of sniper fire, although they were unconfirmed reports of sniper fire as this was ongoing. So the people are starting to rise up inside of Iran. And guys, if you're just joining us, we have more than 7,000 people watching. We've only got 4,700 likes. Like the video. If you can't do anything else, make sure you like the video and make sure you are subscribed to the page. It really helps go a very, very, very long way. Hold on. Hang tight. Hang tight, everyone. We are monitoring the situation. Get those likes in on the video. So yes, we need more people in Iran to rise up. We need more people to take to the streets and push back the regime. We will figure out a way to get you guns. We will figure out a way to cover you. But we need the good people of Iran to throw off the chains that have locked them down for so long. Hang tight. Hang tight. We are hanging tight. All right. Here we go. We're going to bang out some more super chats. We are getting so many. This is General Excellence for $20. Thank you for the $20. I was fortunate enough to work for Aerojet building THAADs and F-22 sub-assemblies for 16 years. I'm very proud to see the fruits of my labor make a difference. Why can't we just send a fighter jet to stop that Chinese plane? Again, they want us to take a shot at these planes because they know there is a chance there will be civilians on them, and they simply do not care. We absolutely could. But they could be trying to bait us into also, okay, we have confirmation. They could be trying to bait us into killing civilians. They would love nothing more. They would love nothing more. All right, CENTCOM has confirmed to do that. So we could do it. Number one, thank you for your service helping build some of the most advanced weapon systems in the world. That makes you a patriot for sure. We're not going to shoot at these planes unless we have 100% confirmation there aren't civilians on them. The U.S. is the most moral military in the world, and we would rather assume more risk than kill innocent civilians. That's the unfortunate, fortunate or unfortunate, depending on who you ask. So there you go. All right. We have CENTCOM making an announcement right here. U.S. Saudi forces strike Iran-backed terrorist sites in Iraq. CENTCOM and Saudi Arabian armed forces conducted precision strikes tonight against IRGC directed forces that hit Saudi Arabia and the U.S. U.S. and Saudi fighter aircraft struck multiple terrorist logistics and weapon sites across eastern Iraq in a strong response to over 30 IRGC-directed drone attacks in the last 72 hours. The unwarranted attacks against the U.S. were not successful. From February through April, there were more than 600 attempted attacks on U.S. citizens facilitated by the Iranian-backed militia terrorists. So we have bombed Iraq. The U.S. is bombing Iraq tonight. What year is it? Is it 2003 or is it 2026? We got Lawrence Miller, Kane. Lawrence's dog, Kane, is watching. Say hi to Dusty. I love it. I love it. I love how we've become we're not just a big family community, we're a big dog community. We love dogs at this show for sure. So if you've got a great dog name, tell me your dog name in the chat. Tell me your dog name in the chat. All righty. We got General Excellence. I ran out of space on the last one, but I want to thank you for what you do, and I look forward to your videos daily because they are straightforward and informative. Well, thank you very much for the kind compliment, General Excellence, and thank you very much for watching the show. It means the world to me to know that people care and that people are watching and enjoy it. I love doing it. The fact you guys love watching it makes my job here very, very easy to do. So thank you very much. We got Jaeger 251, Yay Dusty from Australia. We're watching from Australia. We're an international show. Another cool thing about this show, we are all over the world. And we've got some more super chats coming in. We got $10 for a bag of treats for Dusty from Cliff in Arizona and $30 for your channel. $40 super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you, my friend, and may God bless you and our troops. Well, cheers to that. We'll get Dusty some more treats. I'm afraid Dusty's going to get obese with how generous you guys are for his treat fund. He's going to put on some serious weight, isn't he? So we are looking for updates, but thank you very much for the huge super chat. And we are holding to wait to see if more strikes are now inbound from Iran after their sneak attack. Do you think it crashed? Do I think the plane crashed? I don't think it. We don't have any evidence that it did. But let me check to see if it is back yet. Let me check to see if we have an update at this time. We do not see it. It has not returned. It is completely gone. I'm looking to see if more planes are inbound or outbound at this time. We are looking, we are monitoring the situation as we wait to see what comes next. We got some bitch, add me as a mod, sir, for $10. We're locked and loaded. DM me on Instagram, because obviously not every moderator can make every show. So DM me on Instagram, and I will let you know. We are growing. It is an elite moderator team. They are the SEAL Team 6 and or moderator Delta Force squad. Wow, Nolan Seymour gifted 5 David Hookstead memberships. When you gift memberships, how do you determine? Do you guys see in the live chat that you're able to grab one of those? You're able to get a free membership? Let me know in the comments below how you're able to do that. But we got 5 memberships out there. If you ever wanted to join the membership program, help keep the lights on around here, you got a membership right there. Thank you very much. We got Bloodshed, F NATO, let's add Ukraine to the U.S.-Israel alliance. Well, Iran is threatening to bomb Ukraine after they bombed their ship. So if they do that, if they bomb Ukraine, Ukraine will start lobbing Flamingo cruise missiles right back at them. And actually, I'm going to draw this up. Hold on. Give me 1 second. So I'm going to show you, Ukraine actually has an incredible capability to get to Iran without having to go through other countries. So if Ukraine is fired on, they will unleash Flamingo missiles, no question about it. Thank you very much for the big super chat. Don Hauser, why are we not dropping weapons to the Iranian people to rise up? Well, we don't know that we're not. They have, some people managed to get their hands on AK-47s. A decent amount of people got AK-47s, likely from the Kurds. We should be doing that to the highest level of our ability. And we should be flooding the zone with weapons for the Iranian people to rise up and take back their country from the evil regime. So we don't know that that's not already happening. We don't know that that is not already happening. And hold on one second. Hang tight. I tried to do some. It didn't work. Hang tight. There is a way for Ukraine to bomb Iran without going anywhere other than Russia's airspace down through the Caspian Sea. I'm trying to get a map put together so you guys can see it. We got Jeremiah Jarrett. Hey, David, I'm an aviation nerd and wanted to ask, do you think the F-47 and B-21 could enter the fight? I love the show, and I'm watching while playing Ace Combat. God bless our troops. I don't think they will. I just don't think it's necessary. I don't think that they need it. I think there's a way. We don't need them. Those are platforms we are saving. So for those of you who don't know, the B-21 is our new stealth bomber to replace the B-2. The F-47 is our 6th generation stealth fighter. We are saving those for the war with China. And make no doubt about it. Make no doubt about it. The war with China is coming. The war with China is coming. And we're going to save those for the war with China. All right, so I'm going to put this on I'm going to put this on the screen for you so you can get an idea of what it would look like. So this is what it would look like of how Ukraine could launch cruise missiles through Russian airspace, down through the Caspian Sea, and into Tehran. So they wouldn't have to violate anyone else's airspace. I think in this map it shows it barely going into Kazakhstan, but essentially you'd come in over Russia, you'd come down the Caspian Sea, and then you would right there be able to hit Tehran. So the Ukrainians have the ability to do this. And if Ukraine is bombed by Iran, you better believe they 100% will shoot back. And they should shoot back. So if Ukraine wants to join us even more, they already blew up an Iranian ship. That was a big help. So, yes. Do we have more threats coming in? People are playing a very dangerous, stupid game. For sure. So hang tight with me. Hang tight. I'm going to pull this down. All right, we got $100 from some bitch. $100. Thank you. Huge super chat. Thank you very much. I bet Trump would have took them out and not stopped. But remember, this great man has been ran through the ringer and had to make everything politically correct with the left. Dang if he does. Dang if he doesn't. America. Trump needs to just block out the noise, block out everything around him, and finish the job. Finish the job. Go in there, hit him with a right hook to the face, hit him with a left, hit him with everything we got, and win this. And Trump understands the stakes. Trump was talking about Iran all the way back in the 1980s. He was talking about Iran all the way back in the 1980s. So he understands the situation we are in. He needs to finish it, and I think he will. Thank you very much for the huge super chat. Trump he's got the ability to end this once and for all. He can be the hero that saves the world from Iran having a nuke, and I would highly encourage him to do it, to take him out. All right, we might have another developing situation, but we are going to watch. All right, a plane has just taken off. A plane has just taken off from the airport in Tehran. Has taken off. It went southbound and is now looping back, possibly headed to this Khomeini airport. We don't know. But yet more planes are managing to get in the sky. More planes are managing to get in the sky. And now we are waiting to see where this one goes. We are waiting to see where it goes. All right. We got Jaeger 251 back for $80 Australian. We love the Australians. We need to revamp the entire military industrial complex. Everyone knows they're ripping us off. It shouldn't cost this so much for munitions. We're going to end up losing a war over corruption and thievery. We definitely need to mainline it. We need to make it efficient. We need to build more factories. Build more factories, build more shipyards, build more weapons. People think it's a bad thing to build more weapons. It's not a bad thing. The more, the merrier. And unfortunately, that's one of the liberal mindsets, is building weapons is bad. And I don't often talk about politics this bluntly. For whatever reason, the left wing in this country is so scared of weapons, they just don't want to do it. You need weapons. We're the world superpower. We have a lot of enemies, and we have enemies that must be defeated. Thus, we have to hit them hard and make sure that we knock them out. And the way you do that is more factories, more shipyards. Let's build more Navy ships. Build it all. But the other thing to keep in mind is you think our system's corrupt? Wait until you find out how corrupt China's manufacturing system is. China's just never been put to the test. That's the difference. We've been fighting wars pretty much nonstop since World War II. Because that's what happens when you're the global superpower. All right. So we are going to pull that down. Fuel prices were just as high under previous administration and the Strait was open. People forget that. Hit them hard. Dusty reminds me of my Jack Russell. She lived till 17. Well, I'm sure she was an amazing dog, 17 years old. That is a very, very long time. And yes, you are right. You're 100% right. Thank you very much for the super chat. People need to understand they're going to have to sacrifice a little bit. Appreciate the intel you provide. This is Wayne's World for $10. Thank you. Well, thank you very much for watching. We work hard here. We try to make sure everything we have is correct and the best information available to everyone online. And again, guys, if you're just joining us, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you like the video so we can get the truth out there, and the mainstream media cannot hide it. The mainstream media is full of liars and narcissists who push talking points. We don't do that here. We tell you the truth. So make sure you're doing that. Half-Ass Homestead for $10, one of our moderator snipers, saying we don't need to shoot down those out-of-country planes. We can just escort them away from where they are heading. Hang tight, just got a message. From where they are headed. Yes, it's possible. But I think really what we're doing here is we are more or less monitoring them to see what they're dropping off, where they are going, and what they are doing. And then we can then find out where their secret supply depots are, things of that nature. All right, we've got more footage of the strikes in. This is the aftermath, but thank you very much, and thank you for doing an awesome job on the moderator team. So this is the aftermath of the strikes. A new look, heavy smoke and flames after U.S. fighter jets went into Iraq and hit the IRGC-backed forces. So we are off to the races now, folks. The gloves are off. The gloves are off. We are bombing Iraq. We are hitting the IRGC forces. No question about it. No question about it at all. We will hunt them down wherever we can find them, and we will crush them wherever we can find them. The war is back on. We got a new member. Part of all became a YouTube member. Thank you very much. We got Wendell Herndon for $10. I bet my dog Bella will make Dusty fall in love. At the age of 14, I feel like he's set in his retirement ways. He's content being an old man. Content being an old man who does whatever he wants. But maybe we'll introduce him to Bella sometime. Is Bella a young dog or an old dog? I don't remember if you've previously told me. But everyone loves Dusty. Everyone loves Dusty. Hang tight. Hang tight. All righty. Blessings from Mexico, $20. Thank you very much. I do support USA because I love your Constitution, and darkness must be defeated. That is 100% correct. Thank you for every single day news. I learn English by listening to you. Really? You learn English from me. I hope you don't pick up the bad words I sometimes say. You don't want to be saying those. That is awesome. We have people in Mexico learning how to speak English from me. That is so cool. That is one of the coolest things anyone has ever told me. Thank you very much. You know what? Cheers to you. That is an awesome compliment. Thank you very much. That is incredible. I've been to Mexico one time. I had a great time. I wasn't there very long, but I loved it. I should go back to Mexico sometime. If you know a good spot in Mexico to visit, let me know in the comments or DM me on Instagram. All right. And remember, guys, Instagram, David_Hookstead, XD Hookstead. That's where you can follow me. And I am very, very talkative in the comments. Right-wing gun nut for $10. If they truly want the civilians to fight back, they need SF training and advising. Force multiply. Yes. That is the Green Beret job, the FID, Foreign Internal Defense, and unconventional warfare. Green Berets are great at a lot of things, but the one thing they do best is unconventional warfare. Embedding with foreign forces, force multiplying them. You give them training, you give them your expertise, and that allows them to go out and hit more targets and act as a force multiplier. You can take 200, 300 locals, train them up, and now you have a little army to go fight the enemy and win the day. So yes, that is what Green Berets do. I doubt there's any in Iran right now, but something that absolutely could happen in the future. We got Okie Dokie for $20. Trump needs to wipe his moral compass for a few and do what needs to be done. This has gone on too long already. I think they are trying to complete a nuke under Pickaxe Mountain. We are just giving them more time. They're 1,000%. In fact, we're going to do a new poll right now. Should we bomb Pickaxe Mountain? They're 100% trying to build a nuke in Pickaxe Mountain. 100%. No question about it. Got something in my eye. No question about it at all. And we need to take Pickaxe Mountain out. And the sooner we take it out, the better it will be for everyone involved. All right, more airstrikes are underway. So yes, we need to do what must be done. We must do, and thank you for being a great moderator. All right, more airstrikes are underway. Airstrikes in the Karbala Governorate of Iraq. So more airstrikes are underway at this hour. As we continue to hit targets. So there you go. It appears more U.S. airstrikes are underway. We got GU American Wagyu for $10. Thank you very much. We got Angry American. And I think that was a steak emoji, right? Yeah, you make some great steaks. Absolutely. We got Angry American 25 for $10. Don't worry, David. All the Iranians left the chat whenever you brought the dog out. Oops, I love that. That's funny. We make jokes here. We like laughing. We like having fun. It's a very serious topic. But that's not going to stop us from making jokes from time to time. Also, guys, let me know in the chat what you think of my new shirt. My new USA American flag shirt. If you'd like to see, should I make some shirts with American flags on them? So something like give the enemy nightmares. And then like a huge American flag up top. All right, we got a new member. Edward Gamage became a member. Thank you very much. We got GU American Wagyu back for $20. Got the dog bones out. And then follows it right up with the dog. He needs a bone. So Dusty's dog... Dusty's dog treat fund is blowing up. We got Bonnie Mason for $10. I would love a shirt that says Dusty Blue, a pup for the red, white, and blue. Dave, thank you for all your dedication. You are the only channel I know and can trust. God bless. Bonnie Mason, Thank you very much. And I hope you guys feel that way. I hope you feel like you can trust the information you're getting here, because I work really hard to make sure that you guys get the best information on the internet, that you guys have the ability to make your own decisions after you do that. So thank you very much for showing me a lot of love. It means the world to me. Calling all the shots, $100. Thank you very much. Didn't even have a message attached. Just showing support for the channel. So that is awesome. Thank you very much, calling all the shots. And then we got John Piona for $20. Can we say more A10? Yeah, send in the A10s. Send in the A10s and smoke everybody out. Smoke them out. Smoke everybody out. Hanging tight. Hang tight, everyone. We are checking the radar. We are checking the radar. We have a refueling tanker. A U.S. refueling tanker has just entered the Gulf. A U.S. refueling tanker has entered the Gulf, which means our fighter jets are still up. Our fighter jets are up at this hour. That is why the refueling tanker is up. So we are watching that. There could be more strikes coming. We do not know. But a U.S. refueling tanker has taken to the air. Let me check for the latest round of updates. Hang tight. All right, so we have a strike map here inside of Iraq. We have Wazit, Bazara, and Nineveh appear to have been hit. So the U.S. striking a total of 3 different targets inside of Iraq. Okay. So it is on. David, your thoughts on the British government doubling down on stopping Christian Craighead's book, One Man In, coming out in September 2026. Did you ever do an episode on the hostage rescue in Nairobi, Kenya in 2019? So for those of you who don't know, Christian Craighead, let me see if I can get a picture of him, was a British SAS operator. I don't know. Let me see if I can find his Instagram. Who was in Kenya in 2019 when a terrorist attack unfolded. And he rushed in. This is on his Instagram page. I'm going to put it up. He was a one-man hero rushing in with nobody ordering him to go in, and saved hundreds of lives. He's got his rifle. He's got his plate carrier. I think the British government stopping his book is a joke. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. And that, they don't have freedom of speech over there. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. So what they did to him was despicable. I've never met Christian, never talked to him. Obviously, as you guys know, I got some good buddies that served in Delta Force, SEAL Team 6, things like that. Never met Christian. I think we share some mutual friends. They speak very highly of him. I would love to talk to him. I'd love to drink a beer with him and pick his brain on stuff, but it's pathetic. It's pathetic what they have done. By the way, I'm going to show you guys this because this was another Dusty merch idea I had. And I want to show it to you. I think I've shown it before. But let me see if I've got it. Let me know if you would want this dusty. Oops. I hope we're not lagging. Let me know in the comments if the audio and video is still good. The computer is getting hot because it's 95 degrees in here. What do you guys think about this dusty shirt design? This is the Maduro Raid version. So we've got the World War II version. We've got the Maduro Raid version. Type W in the chat if you like it. Or just say like it. This is another shirt design we've come up with. He's got his Peltors on. He's got a little blood on his face. You know, he had to fight the Cubans. He's smoking a cig. He's got his magazines locked and loaded. He's got his radio on. Keep your chats coming. I can see them coming in. So here we go. We're going to do one round of updates here. So it seems like you guys like this shirt. I think we're going to make this one. This might be one of the ones we sell. So yeah, we're coming up with ideas. If you guys have a good idea, we can do a cigarette version, maybe a not a cigarette version. Just let me know. Am I lagging? Let me know if this is working at this time. I'm seeing a couple different things in the comments. So let me know if it's good. I just asked if the video is good, no lag. Okay, you guys are saying I'm good. So it looks like we are good. Alrighty. Probably also doesn't help. I have a bunch of tabs open. So we'll close some of those. We are looking for the latest round of updates at this time. So yes, this is the Maduro Raid version. We also have a Vietnam version somewhere. Let me see if I can find the Vietnam version. I think I have it somewhere. And I made this shirt design too after the IRGC started threatening my life. You guys are like freaking out about the cigarette. Guys, it's not real. It's a joke. And guess what? Soldiers smoke a lot. Some of them anyways. So this was a shirt design we came up with after we started getting the threats from Iran. This was another one. Let me know what you guys think of this one. This was the hard to kill shirt design. That's me, obviously. It's a little zoomed out. Oh, sorry, it's a little zoomed in. So, what do you think about this one? Type W in the chat if you like it. This would be a t-shirt design. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Hang tight. How we doing? Are we lagging or are we still good? Let me know. So yeah, that's the hard to kill t-shirt design. I liked it. If the IRGC thinks they're going to terrify me, if the IRGC thinks they're going to silence me, they're out of their mind. I'll literally make a shirt mocking the IRGC for trying to kill me. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. All right. We got hello from Nina. Love the show, even with the Lions helmet. Go Pack Go. Well, thank you very much. Love the good people of Wisconsin. This is the Lions helmet. It's an old school Lions helmet. This is like the Barry Sanders version of the Lions helmet. I don't think I can put it on. It's also a bit dirty. So yeah, love the good people of Wisconsin. Obviously, I grew up there. Half-ass homestead, $10. No lag. Current smoking rates among active duty U.S. military personnel are approximately 18%. Well, there you go. See? And it's a photo, guys. Dial it back. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. No need to freak out. It's a shirt of a dog. But I have the Vietnam one somewhere. I just got to find where it was. The Vietnam one is fire. Let me see. I've got it somewhere. I'm looking. I am looking. So hang tight. We're checking for it. I'm trying to find the Vietnam one. Because you guys are not going to want to miss it. You're not going to want to miss it. We're getting close to where it is, I believe. Here we go. Here we go. Hang tight. We are looking for updates as they're coming in. Oh, I found it. I found the Vietnam one. We have it. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have it. This is the Vietnam option. So you guys let me know what you think of this one. This might be my favorite one. All right, I'm getting it on the screen for you. This is the Vietnam option. Put W in the chat or Dusty in the chat. You guys tell me which one you like the most. Dusty confirmed with X that all options are on the table. That's great. So this right here, this is Vietnam. All right, we got Robert Smith. Let me send a pic of my dog and let's get her geared up if that's okay. Hey, send it to me on Instagram or Twitter and I'll send you back a photo of her wearing the gear. He's got his frag grenades. He's got his bandana on. He's a cute little dog. Yeah, just send it to me on Instagram or Twitter. David, any chance of an interview with Stephen Bass of SEAL Team 6 working with British SBS in November 2001, responded to the Kala-i-Jani prison uprising in Afghanistan. Mike Spann was the first person killed in the GWAT. Toby Harden knows a lot. I'd absolutely talk to him. For those who don't know, Mike Spann was a CIA ground branch operator who was killed during a prison uprising in the early days of the Afghanistan war. Terribly tragic situation. I've got nothing but respect for everyone at SEAL Team 6, everyone at Delta Force, CIA Ground Branch, SAS, SBS, Canadian JTF2, Polish Grom, on and on it goes. So I would absolutely do that in a heartbeat. Let me see if I can reach out to him. There is someone, well, I don't want to say too much, but there's some things going on for sure. F-14, Dusty put in warheads on foreheads. Looking forward to the merch. Thank you, David, for the best reporting anywhere. God bless our troops. Well, thank you very much for the super chat and the compliments. We can figure out a way to make Dusty we can make him a dog, a fighter pilot. Hold on. Let's see if we can do it right now. We'll see if we can do it. So thank you very much for the big super chat. And we're going to have some cool merch. We're going to have some cool merch for sure. And we will do some kind of giveaway. We're going to do some kind of giveaway of the World War II Dusty the Dog shirt for sure. All right. We are looking for the updates as they're coming in here. All right. More airstrikes are underway in Iraq. More airstrikes in Dibs, Karak, Iraq. So this is now the fourth location. This is now the fourth location that has been hit. So another location has been hit inside of Iraq as U.S. airstrikes continue at this hour. So they are getting hit all over the place. There you go. So this is Dusty in an F-14 flying over the skies of Iran. I'm having way too much fun doing this. There's Dusty in an F-14. Dusty's like, I think you guys love Dusty more than you love me. For sure. So there was Dusty in the F-14. Elevated Lala. Thank you all. Thank you for all you do. Only source I go to. Bully stick for Dusty instead of a SIG caption. Chewing up and spitting them out. Love the USA. God bless our troops. Well, absolutely. God bless our troops. Thank you very much for watching the show. And Dusty has turned into an absolute star. Dusty is like Dusty might be the most famous miniature pincher on the internet. So guys, the sun is coming up inside of Iran. And we are going to do one last sweep of updates. So get your final call for super chats before we pack it up and head out for the night. We are looking to see what is coming in as we hold for updates. It does appear more executions could also be underway in Iran. The Iranian regime could be executing more people. It's a terrible, terrible situation. So it appears with the sun up inside of Iran that this is likely the end of this phase. So we will call it probably a night now. But before you guys go, make sure you like the video. Make sure you're subscribed to the page. It's the best thing you guys can do to help. So thank you very much. And we'll end on this super chat from Slugworth8111 for $10. Vote Dave and Dusty 2028. Like it or love it. American flag 07. Cheers to that. I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for spending your Tuesday night with me. This has been another awesome live stream. I'm going to dip. You guys go ahead and get out of here. And and you guys have an awesome. We got one last. Half-Ass Homestead came in. Let me fire up the special printers. I can do full color prints on light colored shirts using dye sublimation rather than screen printing. The print will last the life of the shirt. Well, we've got people doing the clothes already. If it doesn't work out, I will certainly circle back with you. But we've got a pretty significant outfit that is going to put all this stuff together. But guys, I want to know your suggestions. I want to know what you want to see on a shirt. Warheads on foreheads. There's no bad ideas. This is for you guys. This is so that you guys can buy stuff, whether it's koozies. I think a fighter jet just flew by where I am right now. Whether it's koozies, the shirts, the hats, it's for you guys. So thank you very much. I will reach out if what we got now doesn't work. That is awesome. But guys, awesome Tuesday night. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you all tomorrow when we're back with our regular updates. You guys keep crushing it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow.